Brought to you by Penguin.
Reignclowd Palace by Philippa Rice. Read by Anna Burnett and Roy McMillan. Chapter 1. It was raining again in the city of Quagton. The streets were unusually busy. People hurried about, sheltering themselves under their coats or gathering under walkways and awnings, waiting for the downpour to cease. But there was one man who didn't hunch or hurry. He walked with the steady pace of a wind-up tin soldier, back straight and head held high. On top of that head, he wore a tall hat decorated with a shining metal feather. He came from the direction of the palace, footsteps tapping down the steep, winding path, under a bridge, up some stairs, over a walkway. The rain pelted everything relentlessly, but it did not touch this short-statured man. If anyone had looked closely, they might have noticed he was surrounded by a halo of splashing raindrops, which never touched him, but rolled down an invisible force field in the air. Even his shoes, smart green boots with golden buckles, did not get wet as he walked through the puddles. Instead, the water parted ways as the boot approached, then sloshed back together as it left, and the man made his way to the main road of Quagton, the Royal Way, where a cluster of women huddled in the middle. "You'll have to make way. The King's parade will be coming through here soon," said the man, staring up unblinkingly at the women. They laughed at him. One of them said, "Why do you think we're stood here, then? We're waiting for the parade, aren't we?" They laughed again. The man gave no reaction at all. "Don't get your beard in a knot, we'll move," said another. "Thank you," he replied. "Now, would anyone be so kind as to offer directions to a certain shop? I'm looking for an establishment called the Magpie's Nest." The Magpie's Nest. It was a strange and most useful shop, hidden in the back streets of Quagton, capital city of the Kingdom of Ghastland. Customers knew the route by heart. Down the Bronze Way, that long avenue named for the many tarnished metal pipes which snaked along both sides. An obscure turning took you to an unassuming little street called Churning's Lane. Nestled between a run-down old cobbler and a fairly unpopular bakery, there was the Magpie's Nest, with its sign over the window. The sign was painted purple, with the name of the shop in swirling white lettering flanked by two magpies, one holding a star in its beak and the other a crescent moon. The owner of the shop was an old lady called Grace Gogginsworth, but everyone knew her as Grania. Grania's shop sold all kinds of unusual items: lost items, found items, magical ingredients, rare pieces, knickknacks, and one man's treasures. Grania could get anything a customer needed, everything a customer wanted, and many things a customer hadn't yet discovered. The shelves were stacked high with jars, boxes, and baskets, trinkets, trifles, powders, paints, junk, and jewellery. The stock she acquired came from an assortment of sources. Grania had a wide range of connections. She knew how to get anything, and she knew what everything was worth. One of Grania's acquisitions, not for sale, was a girl. She had been living with Grania since she was 10 years old, helping in the shop for 11 years. This was Evnie. Serving customers, cleaning, and tidying. Grania kept Evnie busy most days, but what she really liked to do was to make things. With an endless supply of interesting materials, Evnie turned her hands to tinkering and crafting. Many of the things she made could be sold in the shop, and since they were bringing in a good turnover, Grania cleared out an old cupboard to make a workshop for Evnie's projects. It had started with fixing, sewing up a damaged cushion cover. Evnie restored a fractured teapot until it was better than new. She learned the workings of a mechanical cake whisk so it would spin again.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?